And now, on behalf of the UDD Group, Deputy Gerard Batten, 2.5 minutes. Take care, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. Well, the Treaty of Rome is burning, and while it's burning, you're fiddling, specifically fiddling with visa restriction rules. Now, a lot of people were very upset in this chamber yesterday, and there were some very disgraceful scenes. And it was the people who would like Britain to remain in the EU getting upset with the people on this side who want it to leave. Now, the truth is finally dawning on you here that Britain is going to leave, and the European Union is going to lose one of its biggest net contributors. Now, perhaps it would be good for you to understand that the central issue on why we decided to leave was because of the loss of democracy and national sovereignty and control. And one of the biggest issues that brought that home to the British people was the issue of immigration, and specifically mass uncontrolled immigration, which is what we've had for many years, specifically from the European Union in great numbers since 1997. To give you an idea on those figures, last year the official figure is that we had 650,000 people come into the country, but there were 825,000 national insurance numbers issued. So it's out of control and nobody knows what the real figures are. To come on to the specifics of what we're discussing here, this is a technical change, I understand, which would give Georgia visa-free access to the European Union for a period of 90 days. As the rapporteur, Madam Gabriel, says, the EU remains a very attractive destination. Well, it's true. Back in the 18th century, Dr. Johnson said the most attractive thing about Scotland was the road to England. Well, that's still true. And in the 21st century equivalent, then the most attractive thing about many countries on the periphery of Europe is the road somewhere else, and one can hardly blame them. Now, perhaps there's something that you should consider. The British people voted to leave the European Union for many reasons. One of the biggest ones was mass immigration. You're actually making the problem worse for the European Union because you are extending these visa arrangements to people who can come. There are then very little or no checks. They can overstay their welcome, and once inside the Schengen area, they can move anywhere else that they like. You are going to lose Britain, and I wish you well when we've left. I don't want to destroy the European Union. If that's what you want, then good luck to you. But you're going to destroy your own project because the next countries that are going to want to leave are Germany, Holland, France and more. So in your own interest, I think you should wake up to what's happening in the real world. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you accept blue card, Mr. Batten, from Mr. Mamikins? Yes? Mr. Mamikins, take a floor, please.
Godātais kolēģi, paldies, ka akceptējat manu zilas kartītes jautājumu. Man tiešām ir prieks, ka drīzumā...
Thank you very much for accepting my blue card. I'm pleased that after Brexit you won't be sitting here in this house anymore, and I must say, what kind of immigration dangers are you talking about? Do you know how many people actually live in Georgia? Do you think that 3.5 million people are a threat to the EU? Do you think they're going to be staying in hotels in Berlin or having a beer in Riga?
Thank you very much. Well, it's kind of two parts to your question. The first one was about Brexit, and I can tell you that we want to leave as quickly as possible. And I am the UKIP Brexit spokesman, and I'm writing a plan which would get Britain out of the European Union a very much great deal faster than Theresa May's. And as soon as it's done, I'll be happy to send you a copy. And the day that I leave here and Britain is restored as an independent country, I will be very, very happy and pleased to make you happy as well. Now, the second part of your question was about 3.7 million people in Georgia, so I believe. And it's not about the actual numbers in Georgia. We've had this from every country in the European Union. We were told that about 13,000 people would come from Poland. I think the figure is at least 700,000. It's over 1 million probably. And we in Britain have no problem with people coming from other countries. It's a matter of the numbers and the degree. That is the problem.